Today we'll be talking about how you could earn passive income with Pin Generator. And this is my Pin Generator review. I will go over my personal SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is like a business term and it stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So you'll have a very good idea about the product. And then one of the big promises here is that you can create 1 month of Pinterest content in 1 minute. The examples of that type of content is on the right side. And just to let you know up front, for people that are hardcore into aesthetics or Pinterest, what if you don't like that style? Then just create another Pinterest channel, and you could separate that from your main channel. That would be my recommendation. If you don't like it at all, then this might not be right for you. So, um, first of all, a lot of people that come into my channel, they're interested in creating financial freedom. They might be looking for time, location freedom. Maybe they're tired of their boss. Maybe that they're trying to retire early. Maybe they're trying to travel the world. That's one of my big things. I love traveling around the world. So many things. You could work anytime, anywhere. So that is one of the goals of this channel. I'll talk about that later, but that's why I use Pinterest. And if you want to learn more about making passive income online, I do have a free gift. If you stick till the end, you'll be able to get access to that, and it will show you how to use the latest business automation tools that I have created. And about me, my name is Charles Draven. I'm here in Silicon Valley, and I've been building online businesses for over a decade. And if you're not familiar with Silicon Valley, I'll just say that I'm near Google. I'm 7 minutes away from the big Apple headquarters. It looks like a big spaceship, but there are so many different high-tech companies. This is actually like the heart of technology here. And I started my online journey as a financial consultant. So you might be wondering, financial consultant in Silicon Valley. Yeah, that's what I was doing back in the day. And I had a kid pretty much around the same time period. Within the same year, I bought a house, I got married, had a kid. And for people that have gone through that journey or something similar, you realize that it's actually a very big transformational time period in a person's life, but also having a kid also means not having a lot of sleep. And so a lot of parents will talk about that. So I wasn't getting much sleep. I just felt like I was very unhealthy. Was waking up when I didn't want to. My baby was crying, and so wake up 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever time my baby woke up, and then I realized, gosh, I have all this time when I'm awake, especially since I can't go to sleep that easily. What can I do? And I realized that I could actually do things remotely, virtually, if I was running a virtual business, an online business. And so I did a bunch of research and I realized that there are a bunch that didn't make money. Some were very complex and some were just not a good fit for me. But I realized that just keeping it simple is what worked for me. And that's what I teach on InfoSpy TV, how to keep it simple or even automate a lot of tedious processes. That's what I'm all about here at InfoSpy TV. And I help ordinary people do that. And I understand that there could be people where technology, automation might be scary. But as long as you are willing to learn, if you can build up patience and you are coachable, then I think that this is something that you could jump into. But if you realize that you're none of those, then this may not be something that you're interested in. Big disclaimer here is that I am an affiliate marketer. I do make money, especially through Pin Generator. And then I make money at no extra cost to you, and that helps support the channel. So let's talk about Pin Generator. It's a tool that helps you automate a lot of tedious work in Pinterest. If you are not familiar with Pinterest, it's just an image search engine. And people will put in keywords on Pinterest website, which I'll show you soon, and then they'll find different images, and then those link to different websites. And some don't link to websites at all. I know there are a bunch of people that will look at it just for aesthetics, for fashion, anything that's visual. And this, it can help you make money if you are, of course, connecting it to a special offer for a product or a service. So what is a unique selling proposition here? Without reading that, I would say that this is the big one. Create 1 month of Pinterest content in 1 minute. Because how long would that take you to do manually? Probably several days. So doing that all in 1 minute, even if it takes 10 minutes, that's a huge time savings. So who's the founder? Oliver Boyers. So one thing I have to say about Oliver is that he's very familiar with Pinterest marketing, and I do appreciate that because he is an entrepreneur. Besides just being an app developer, I have to say that there are a lot of app developers that I've run into that just don't know squat about marketing. They know how to create software, they know how to have it on a website to sell, but they have no clue about how it actually works to build a business. They don't even use it to build their business. So I've seen a lot of those, but Oliver Boyers is different. He knows a lot about marketing. He knows how to use the power of this tool to build up his business as well. So how do customers make money using this system? So they drive traffic through Pinterest. So as I mentioned, Pinterest is a search engine, and if you are familiar with search engines like Google and Bing, people can actually make money by being found on search engines, especially if you're number one or close to the top. So here's an example. You have an image here, best clickbait products to promote. That's the image, it has a headline, it has this unique title here, and it has a description, and then it has a link here. If people click on that, then that goes to a website. That means building up traffic. And so what I personally do is that I don't just promote one image and one piece of content, one page. I promote a lot. And what can be a lot? So I would say that, like, let's say if you're building up a channel, website, profile, obviously over time you're going to have dozens or hundreds of pieces of content, whether those are articles, videos, for example, this YouTube video. And then this is the search engine. I'm searching for ClickBank affiliate, and there's a whole bunch of different people trying to do the same thing. So it's very competitive. But the thing is, the way you stand out is with consistency and volume. So there's a very big difference if you just post one image a day, which is actually a big deal to a lot of people, versus posting 20 to 40, where it just hammers Pinterest with tons and tons of images. If that's not cool with you, then this tool may not be right for you. So if you are cool being aggressive and using the tool to do aggressive Pinterest posting and image generation, then that's where a pin generator can help you out. So what I recommend is during the first 2 weeks that you just start off slow and ramp up to like a dozen posts a day, like pins a day. And as I showed you in the previous one, I showed you one pin. The pin is that whole thing, image, title, description, and a link out to your website. Some of these do not have links out to websites, especially if people are just looking at latest hairstyles and they're just looking for that. They're just going to look for different hairstyles, and they may just look at the pictures and not even go to the websites. But for things that are very focused on products that I'm promoting or services, then for me, my strategy is to make sure that every single day, if I post, I do not post that URL more than once a day. So if I only have one opt-in page, I'm not going to be posting 50 pins in a single day that lead to one opt-in page. I don't do that. So that's why I think that having articles is very good, or even having YouTube videos is good. That allows you to post more per day. And I would say that aggressive old school is like, let's say, a dozen a day. But I'm talking about super aggressive, which is going to be somewhere between 20 to 50 a day. So imagine that, creating 50 new unique images, descriptions, and titles for, like, let's say 50 pieces of content. Doing that every single day, that's a full day's worth of work or even more. So instead of doing that, use Pin Generator, and it will create a whole bunch of images, pins with unique titles, unique descriptions every single day. It changes up titles and descriptions using AI. So that's pretty much the process. So again, the first 2 weeks, you keep it kind of low key, where you probably do a max of less than a dozen every single day for 2 weeks, and then you ramp up to more aggressive levels. And I would say aggressive levels, I would say, again, 20 to 50 a day. Going into this. So how much does it cost? What do you need to get started? So it costs $99 one time, but that's for 1 year. And I'll mention this, that's the creator. If you go down all the way down to pricing plans, and by the way, the link to this is going to be in my description and my first pinned comment. The first one has unlimited linked Pinterest profiles, but the thing is $99, but it's only for 1 year. The only way you could get lifetime is if you multiply that by 3. So you get 3 codes instead of just one. One code is $99. So 3 codes, close to $300, and you get 3,000 pins per month, lifetime access. So I mentioned 50 pins a day. So that's still under this limit of 3,000. So how can I go to that 3,000 limit if I'm very aggressive? I create multiple profiles and multiple content sites or content channels. So that's how I do it. And another thing is I said 50 per day. If you have more pages on your site, then you could, of course, promote a large amount of articles in your 50 per day silo. What else does it take to get started? I'd say a place to host your images for the initial batch. And the initial batch is that you want to create very generic images so it could use it in its templates. So just an example, let me show you this one right here. So as you can see, you have several with like water, like beaches. So if I'm talking about financial freedom, then having a wide variety of pictures on luxury locations, including beaches in Hawaii or just any beach in the entire world, will be useful and can be used across just about any image. That's what I mean. You don't want to have images that are so specific to the title. That's what a lot of Pinterest people do that are doing it manually, but since we're using automation, use very general images. And then I create 3 images per URL, and then I could scramble them, I could shuffle them, and you could see the big red shuffle button. So that's what I do, and I'll say that for like let's say 50 URLs using AI tools, it could take me like somewhere between 30 minutes to 1 hour to create 3 images per URL for 50 URLs. So that's what is doable. If you are using free tools, then you could use something like bing.com/create, and that will generate 4 images at a time using DALL-E 3. Copilot, the latest version, they used to have 4 images per generation per a command to create an image, but now with the latest version of Copilot, it's only limited, based on what I've seen for the free version, 1 image per prompt. So 1 image per an image query prompt, and then bing.com/create creates 4 at a time. So those are just some free ways to generate images. And again, initial setup takes time, but the subsequent future generations doesn't take much time. And you need hosting for those images. So any hosting account will do. Some people like using HostGator, some people like using Namecheap. I'll put my preferred one in my description as well for something that's very low cost, very affordable. There's also buckets. So I use like, let's say buckets. Some people use something called like a S3 bucket. I use Cloudflare buckets. What's the difference between that and hosting? Buckets are more affordable in my opinion. Now let's talk about SWOT analysis. I've been talking about strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Let's talk about the strengths. So going back to this is a big strength. So many pins in a very little bit amount of time. That is the big thing. And as long as you're willing to learn, I think even beginners can take advantage of this and you get a bunch of traffic using Pinterest. Big weakness here is that there's a learning curve here. There's a learning curve with understanding Pinterest. There's a learning curve understanding new technology. If you have never, ever uploaded a file ever in your life, then that could be a big challenge. So that is a weakness. You got to have some skills to learn this. And if you don't have those skills, you have to be patient enough to learn. You got to be resourceful. You got to be willing to just go into YouTube and ask a question, or even use AI and ask a question, and then you'll be able to learn from that. Additionally, the effectiveness of this tool can change, trends can change. What I'm talking about now, it's worked for quite a long time. Basic Pinterest principles have worked probably for well over a decade. So who knows? I don't know the future. Here are the opportunities. There's growing demand for automated marketing solutions as more people seek ways to make money online. Users can tap into various affiliate programs and monetization strategies. They can scale their efforts significantly. And by using pin generator, we can significantly scale, again, with 3,000 pins a month for that account I showed you. Here are the threats. Competition in the digital marketing space is fierce. Many tools are trying to get attention. Changes to the algorithm. Users may face challenges if they don't adapt to evolving marketing. And then I mentioned a lifetime deal. I got the lifetime deal. I have purchased many lifetime deals. Just because you get a lifetime deal, it doesn't mean it's guaranteed for life. What if the developer stops running the business? There's a lot of different risk. I would say out of roughly like 1 in 10 of the businesses that I've purchased lifetime deals with have folded or have discontinued the lifetime deal. So it's a small percentage, but it's something to be aware of. Is it a scam? Absolutely not. Pin generator is a legitimate tool. I've been using it. It has posted thousands and thousands of pins for me, and it can help users get traffic to whatever you're promoting. So what's my opinion about this system? I believe it's a solid option for those looking to automate Pinterest marketing efforts, especially through its bulk operations and bulk renaming using AI of all the titles and all descriptions, especially using a bulk CSV upload if you're familiar with that. And it will allow you to monetize just about any offer that is, here's another thing, that fits their terms of service. Of course, there's a lot of offers that are not legit, that are not supported on Pinterest, so be familiar with those. So as long as you are in the standard niches and you're not in a highly regulated space, for the most part, I'm promoting how to make money online, which is for a lot of websites, a lot of social engines. It's something that they really have a lot of rules in place. But I'm doing it on Pinterest, and I haven't had a problem with that. So one of the things that I want to mention is that with pin generator, some people they might go into it because it does offer some tools, especially for auto creating pins based on catalogs and products, especially on e-commerce sites. And some people do that, but I don't do it that way. And the way I use it is that I use it for programs that are geared to get higher sums of money, higher earnings early on. And how do you do that? How do you achieve time, location, and financial freedom? To me, I use something called high ticket affiliate marketing. And this is something that you can learn from me on how to promote through Pinterest and promote high ticket affiliate marketing. And here's the thing, it allows larger commissions per sale. An example of this is that you sell a product that's $100 from a popular e-commerce store. It could earn you somewhere between $1 to $10. So if you want to make your first $1,000 or even make $1,000 online, it requires a lot of volume. Versus what I do, I either sell 1 or 2 products and I make $1,000. So very big difference there. Offers flexibility, choosing products and niches that resonate with you. It's up to you. I'm in the make money online niche, kind of like the business opportunity niche. And you can build a sustainable income stream without the need for extensive inventory. And the potential for passive income is significant, especially with the right marketing strategies, especially when you are going into this, going into a multi-billion-dollar industry like I am. There are tons and tons of opportunities and the ability to scale, especially with technology. So one thing that's cool about this industry is that it's very geared for people that are just getting started. So much training involved in the stuff that I provide, where there's training for beginners, absolute beginners, all the way to advanced. So you get A to Z training on so many things, even if you're not tech savvy. So one of the things, if you want to learn more about this and you want to learn more about automation and building up a business and earning passive income, especially high ticket sales, then check out my free gift. I'm going to put it in the pinned comment below as well as my description. But that's all for today. We've gone over my Pinterest pin generator review, and thank you for watching.